What's up? This is Release Rotation. I'm your host, John W. Snyder. It's Monday, October 28th. The Thunder are 3-0 for the first time to start a season since 2016-17 season. And guess what? At that time, Barack Obama was still president. That's how long it's been since the Thunder have started a season. But here we are, 3-0. Decisive wins over the Nuggets, the Bulls, and then last night, the first home game against the Hawks. Trae Young back in his home state playing for the Atlanta Hawks. It was close until it wasn't, just like all the other games, I guess. But man, this Thunder team is fun to watch. They are exciting. They are young. They take care of business. They take care of the ball. They have a chemistry that I haven't seen in some time. Last year, again, I say that, but they've had great chemistry, but it just seems to be better and better and better. And get better and better and better. So there you have it. 3-0 for the first time since 2016. I paused because I'm just thinking about this team. Is this the best Thunder team that has been in Oklahoma City? I know it's early in the season, and I know it's really hard to compare that team with KD, Russ, and Harden that went to the NBA Finals 2012. I can't compare it to that team yet, but it's looking more towards this team being like that team in a lot of ways. They're fun to watch. They're exciting. They're young. I think, again, Alex Caruso, I've talked about this, but adding Alex Caruso to that team is a game changer, not just because of the way he plays, but because of him as almost like a coach type of player, right? We didn't have that with Giddey. So even if Giddey had the same numbers as Caruso, exact same across the board, I would take Caruso in a heartbeat just because of his attitude and how he is as he coaches from the bench as a player. He's always talking to the younger guys. He's always uplifting them. So if you watch a game and see him on the bench or see a guy come out, you will see Alex Caruso. If he's there, he's always helping out and coaching in some way as a player. And so I think that's going to go a long ways for the Thunder. And again, just like with any team, any sport, the injuries are always could be there. There could be injuries along the way. Obviously, we hope not. But it just seems that with basketball, football, baseball, guys get hurt. And you obviously, with this Thunder team, with anybody, you don't want them to get hurt. But, we already had Hartenstein, I can't say his name, get hurt, broke a bone in his hand, right? But he's back in December. So I'll take that over being out in May, obviously. So let's get those injuries out of the way. We got that one. Let's not have any more. Let's be done with those injuries. So that's the Thunder 3-0 for the first time since Barack Obama was president. That's so hard to believe. That's been a long time. It has been a long time. But this Thunder team is fun to watch, and it is going to be a great year. So that's what I have for the Thunder. This is kind of an Oklahoma update because let's talk about the Sooners and the Cowboys and their football teams. Oh my goodness. Can this football season just end already for all of the fan bases? OU may get one more win. They should get one more win over Maine, and Oklahoma State might get one more win. I don't know who against. Texas Tech, Colorado's looking good. After last season, Colorado was not looking great, but this year they're looking good. So I don't know. Arizona State, can they win at home this Saturday against Arizona State? It's homecoming. It's a night game. That could be a win. I don't think Arizona State's that great. But then again, Oklahoma State's horrible. So I'm not holding my breath for another win for this season. And I think with OU too, I've never thought Brent Venables was the guy. I've talked about it. I've told my friends that for the last year and a half. I just don't think Brent Venables is a head coach. But what do I know? Again, I'm just a talking head. I don't know, but that's just how it appears. That's fine. And everyone's like, oh, their defense is good. Okay, great. But you got to score points. I know defense wins championships, but you also have to score points. And so I think it was stupid for them to pull Jackson Arnold when they did. Jackson Arnold should have never been pulled. I mean, at all. They didn't have receivers, so it's not like it was as much his fault. The O-line is horrible. I mean, I get it if they wanted somebody who can scramble and get away and maybe get some rushing yards in that sense, but I think Jackson Arnold is a much, much better quarterback for the Oklahoma Sooners. With injuries, though, and a bad O-line, I don't know what else to expect. You can't avoid injuries, and you can't help them from happening, but that definitely set OU back. But, man, I don't know. I don't know what the change is, and I think OU and Oklahoma State are in different positions. And I say that because, it's just two different head coaches. You got one that's a defensive guy and one that's an offensive guy. The other thing, too, though, is in Stillwater, Gundy can stay head coach. I'm fine with that. Oklahoma State football has never had the success that it's had until Gundy came along and Boone Pickens. But Gundy is head coach. And having Gundy, that's fine. It's our coordinators. And, the injury bug didn't hit Oklahoma State like it did OU. Like, look, Ollie Gordon was a Heisman candidate coming into the season. Last year, Alan Bowman had a great year. Brennan Presley, amazing receiver. Oklahoma State has the personnel. They have the receivers. They have the quarterbacks. They returned 20 of 22 starters from a team that lost 4 games last year. And now we're horrible. We can't tackle. I don't know if players have given up. I don't know what's going on. There's something not right in the locker room. These players aren't wanting to play for this coaching staff. That's how I feel. That's what it looks like. Like, if you watch the games, if you watch that Baylor game, nobody wanted to tackle. Is it because they don't want to play for Nardo? Is it because they don't want to play for Gundy? Is it just because the season's done? Like, what? I don't know. I don't have an answer. But I don't have an answer other than something has to change, because there's no excuse to have this kind of record when you return 20 of 22 starters. That's a culture thing, or that's a coaching thing, which is technically both. And so Casey Dunn, is he the right guy to call the plays? Probably not. I don't know, though. But it doesn't seem like it. And our defense is just, I think we're the second worst defense in the country behind Kent State in giving up yards. I think I saw that. So, I mean, obviously, there's probably where you look first is your defensive coordinator and just your defense overall. And so I don't get it. I don't know. The one thing I do know is that as an Oklahoma State fan, and to my OU fans out there, we can come together and cheer on this Thunder team. Maybe we had to sacrifice football season for an NBA championship. Maybe that's what had to happen. OU and OSU had to be horrible so we could win an NBA championship, which I'm 100% fine with that. That sounds amazing. What happened? Who knows? Plenty of time left. But man, OU and OSU will be lucky to win one more football game this season. So I'm looking forward to basketball season. I'm looking forward to Oklahoma State basketball. New coach in Stillwater. See how the players respond to him and play for him. Moser and at OU, I think OU basketball. I could be totally wrong on this, but I haven't looked at the rankings because we're not quite there yet. But I think OU is going to be good, right? Top 15? Did I see that right? I could be wrong, but I think Porter Moser, I think he's great at OU, and I think he's got that program in the right spot and going in the right direction. And I hope Lutz does the same thing in Stillwater. I hope he turns that team around. And so I don't know. I'm at a loss. I'm disappointed in my Cowboys. And here's another funny thing. I went to Oklahoma State. I grew up an OU fan. My brother went to OU. He's about 10, 11 years older than me. So I was in first grade when he was in college at OU. And this was in the mid 80s when OU won a national championship. So I grew up an OU football fan. I grew up an OU fan. And then, things changed as I got older and I went to Oklahoma State, and it is what it is. But like, I want OU to be good. I didn't when they were in the Big 12. Now I do. The only thing that makes my heart happy is when OU loses, is just because of my friends who are big OU fans. I like it when OU loses just for them. That's it. But other than that, I want OU to be good. I want OSU to be good. It's good for the state when those schools are good. And it was even when we were in the same conference. It was great when OU and OSU were good. And so moving forward, I hope this gets figured out. I hope this is just a blip of a season, but changes have to be made. And I know OU fired their offensive coordinator. I mean, sure, fine. But does it really matter this season when you've got all these injuries and a horrible offensive line? Like, I mean, even with the offensive coordinator they fired, they'd be lucky to win one more game. Now they brought in, their co-offensive coordinators calling the plays. I still think they'll be lucky to win one more game. So does it matter? Do you just cut the cord, get it over with now? That way you don't have to deal with it. And then you can move on. I don't know the solution, obviously, because I've never worked in college athletics like that. But same for Oklahoma State. Like, this season's a wash at this point. So do we just finish the season out with these coaches and cut them loose at the end of the season? I'm talking about the OC and the DC, because I think they both need to go. I think a house cleaning needs to happen in Stillwater at the offensive and defensive coordinator positions. But do you do it now? Like, who cares at this point? I mean, no chance to make it to a bowl game, I don't think. So why do it now? Just finish the season, get it over with, with injury at quarterback, and Miguel, who got hurt, who started in place of Bowman, was playing good, but he got injured, and we're back to where we were. I don't know. I'm just ready for this to be over. I'm glad the NBA season is here, and we can cheer on our Thunder. Thunder up. Let's go. Have a good week. Talk to you later.